Hey guys, I'm Giant Delegation, and today we are playing as the Space Marines, because they've got some new DLC. They got the Ultima Founding, that's it, the Ultima Founding, which gives them Primaris Space Marines. When this game first came out, Primaris weren't a thing. Or they were like just about gonna be, I don't know, either way, it was all Firstborn Marines. It was very old hammer, you know, your Space Marine army in Gladius, which I really liked. I found it fun. It's like a time capsule almost. You could play this big game with all of the factions and, you know, even like modern Astra Militarum and everything. Just really cool stuff. But you had that like old hammer Space Marines, which is what I'm most nostalgic for in terms of 40k. You know, that's sort of my favourite part. You know, I'm an old boy, so, you know, I like my old units. However, you know, it is fun to have some new units from time to time. So, you know, that's the problem, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll make them special ones that are taller and have more organs. Great. So that's happened. They're here now. So what I'm going to do is do a sort of alternate history, kind of the original launch of this game, right? So the main story is like Gladius Prime was a lovely world, and then the Orks came, and then the whatever chapter of Space Marines happened to be there is still there. And then there's a bunch of Astra Militarum and all the rest of it. They fight off the Orks, or at least, you know, try and fight the Orks. And then, oh no, big old warp storm has enveloped the world. No one can get on or off. And then the Necron wake up, and it's all, you know, all hell breaks loose. We're doing a slightly alternate one, where basically the Space Marines, the Adeptus Mechanicus, they weren't a launch faction, but of course they would have been around, right? You know, to some degree. And then the Astra Militarum, they're all on Gladius, doing their thing, and then Orks attack. And that's it. That's as far in the story as we're getting with this campaign. We're just going to fight 1 billion Orks. Alright, so it's 4 against 6 on a large world, which is only room for 6 players. It's going to be incredibly claustrophobic, is what I was trying to say. So it should be fun. It should be really fun. I'm playing on only hard difficulty, so I'm not going to have any debuffs or anything. They're all going to get slight advantages. But yeah, I'm not going to get any like debuffs to anything. I find playing Space Marines an absolute nightmare. I suck at them. I find it really difficult to play as them. They should be really easy because they start with like heavily armored units. So like half of the enemies you encounter just aren't going to really be able to hurt your Space Marines much at all. But I think it's changed a lot since launch, and generally like they're softer targets than they used to be. And yeah, you only get one city. Yeah, I just find it tough. I don't know what it is. I can never seem to do well with Space Marines, so I have some padding. I can just sort of support these guys, and hopefully that'll give us a good fight, and that'll be a nice, interesting campaign. For the new year, you know, I want a nice, chill experience. It's January, you know, I want to have some fun. I want to chill out, and I'm sure you guys too. And this game, it's my comfort food, so I want it to be comfortable. So, let's get to it.
Gladius Prime was a bastion of humanity, newly colonized. A suitable base for our chapter to rebuild and recruit. We Space Marines raised our fortress here, grew strong again. But the Ork invasion brought a warp storm that cut off our Emperor's light. And the dread Necrons crawled from the earth beneath our feet. War was on all sides, yet we are the Emperor's chosen. We do not dread the dark, or quail at the relics of old. Terror is for those who oppose us. We know no fear.
Yeah, totally. So, Space Marines, they only have one city, but they do have the Fortresses of Redemption. So they basically give you the city bonuses from outposts, right? So you can see there's the little number there of requisition. You get 2 requisition just for having like taken control of this outpost, you know, having a man step on it. But if it's part of a city, you get that extra 20% growth bonus, right? So that we will get just for having a Fortress Redemption next to it, okay? So that's how you were able to just have the one city, is you can keep getting additional bonuses for that one city, which really stack up. You know, it gets kind of crazy how like productive that single city can become just when you're constantly adding more and more bonuses that are usually spread out across a bunch of other cities instead, you know. And you're not getting as many of those bonuses for each city either normally, because they have to be a part of the city, you know? A lot of it, you're just getting that +2 requisition, which, you know, no bonus will apply to, so... Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we could get this for extra growth early, which would be really, really cool, and there's big bonuses to requisition in this area as well, which is really good. And load of research, so we could quickly blast through the tech tree and get a lot of our more elite units, you know? All of our new Ultima Founding boys. There's also another thing over there. Okay, tell you what, I think we're going to have this as part of our city immediately. I like this deployment area. Also, I'm going to assume that you guys have, you know, watched me play other stuff before, or you know Gladius a bit, alright? I'm not going to be reading out all this stuff as much, I just want to have a big old deathmatch, okay? Normally I would read through like all of this stuff, especially on teams, like it would just take us a million years to get anywhere with it. It's not just, you know, reading the, you know, entries for new enemies that we're encountering. It's also every single time any of our allies recruit something new, we're going to have a pop-up for it. So I'm just going to assume you guys know what the deal is. Largely, you know, obviously I'm going to mention the faction-specific things, because maybe you guys haven't watched or played as Space Marines, but, like, yeah, I'm going to try and... That's the edge of the map. This is really stupid. This is... Okay, this is already really dumb. There's some great bonuses here, but the problem is, with only one city, is you need to be able to fill up every tile, and we're not going to be able to, because we're at the edge of the map. Alright, fine. Well, I'm just going to roll with the punches. Also, could grab that extra 20% research, or I could try and grab whatever this is. What is this? Oh, that's a Grox pasture. That'll be extra requisition, which might be good early to just let us keep building stuff. Do you want extra 20% requisition or 20% research this early? I'm gonna go the requisition. Okay, good. So extra 20% requisition. Not bad. Alright. It begins. Also, another thing over there to grab. That'll give us extra influence, which is really good. These things cost influence to deploy and influence to maintain. So we want as much influence as possible. We're also going to need influence for orbital strikes later on. Well, orbital deployment of our units, which we're going to need. Absolutely, because it means we can just deploy, like, you know, Terminators in our allies' cities and things like that, which would be amazing. Speaking of which, so we have our Adeptus Mechanicus up here, and we have our Astra Militarum flanking us. So, in the spaces between us and our allies, there could be orcs. This is an incredibly cramped map. So, we'll see. We will see. I'm going to leave them where they are, because the Overwatch is going to be more powerful than shooting them at that range. I can also have you... Azrael's Wrath. Pretty cool. Do we want to start exploring this edge or this edge? I think maybe we start heading towards our allies. If there's orcs there, I want to see them quickly. So I'm going to start pushing this way with them. I guess not push there at all yet. We'll see. I mean, there's some water and stuff here. I mean, there could easily be an orc there. Could easily be an orc faction. We'll see. So first off, I'm going to build an apothecarion here, I think. Yeah, so we can get infantry as quickly as possible. And we're going to make sure our infantry have frag grenades. Then we're going to go with the Reclusium, I think. I want to try and get Captain out fairly quickly. I find that never really happens, because there's a million other things that crop up that become a priority. So we've already discovered some orcs. And yep, they're in this corner. They're in this corner. Wow. Okay. And you're wasting all your time shooting this web gate when you should be focusing on the orcs. That's annoying. But hey, if they get out of the way, that'll be good. So, final foundation. So yeah, these I will read. We are going to try and take the, you know, the story fairly seriously. By that I mean I'll read it and then I'll forget that it exists and I'll complete the objective in, like, you know, 50 episodes time, and then I'll go, oh yeah, there was a story. So we'll see how that goes. As Chapter Master, the arrival of an enormous orc horde on your chapter's homeworld was calamitous, but no one's ever said the Adeptus Astartes shirked a challenge, yet after months of fighting, the battle remained locked in a stalemate. You constructed the civilian planetary governor, instructed. Did I say instructed? Anyway. I felt like I said installed. My brain said installed, but I think my mouth said instructed. Anyway, Planetary Governor Astra Militarum support was required. Clearing the Green Menace was a priority, whatever the blow to the chapter's pride. Barely had the guardsmen landed when a system-wide warp storm began, devastating the planet. Of your majestic fleet, a single battle barge in low orbit was the sole survivor. When the surface storms calmed, your surviving marines emerged into a ruined world. You are trapped on the planet's surface, cut off from the Imperium and surrounded by XENOS species to boot, but you are the Emperor's own sons, the Space Marines, and you will not die easily or in vain. Your chapter planned for every eventuality, so your fortress holds enough food and resources to survive decades of battle and siege, but more complex devices, ammunition and war gear require the acquisition of rare resources. To stand a chance of defeating the XENOS menace, you need to secure the location of these key materials so that servitors and serfs can continuously extract them. Good. Good. Deploy Fortress Redemption. We'll get 50 requisition. I mean, we've already done that. Hasn't kicked in yet, apparently. Look, there's one here. There's one here, guys. It's fine. Let's start shooting them, I suppose. I'm going to leave them where they are, and I'm just going to move along over here. I'm going to just move to here so they can't shoot me. We have range 1. I'll let them move into Overwatch range. These guys don't Overwatch. Well, we don't Overwatch them, or either or, honestly. So we do need to shoot them when we see them. They're a problem. Because, yeah, they can move in as infiltrator, is it? Yeah, infiltrate. So they cannot be targeted from Overwatches. So you always want to do as much damage to them as you can when you can. You can't let them get the first attack. You really want to do some damage to them first. So I might actually have these guys change direction in a second. Was that recaf? Yeah, that's... Ooh, I can't remember what it is. Loyalty, I think. I think it boosts loyalty, which isn't a bad idea, because loyalty does actually boost everything. So every positive loyalty gives 1% extra production for, like, whatever. Absolutely everything. You know, from that city anyway. And minus loyalty is minus 2% per loyalty. So the debuff is a lot worse than the bonus you get. So you always want to offset the negatives rather than necessarily gain a load of positives out of it. Faction discovered. Okay, we found another one over here. So yeah, we're real squeezed in. I could... Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything. I doubt there's anything here, though. I say that now, there could be. So we'll see. Oh, you guys are moving too close. You're just going to get shot by the city if you move in any further. Ugh. It's iffy. Very iffy. And yeah, those doggos have torn us to shreds already. We have to retreat from there already, I think. Okay, Skitarii are getting absolutely decimated over here. But hopefully they'll do okay. What I could... can't really. So there's one thing, right? You can make little waypoints, and your allies will run to them. But that can be a problem when you have too many allies spread out too much, because then everyone will be running towards that waypoint, and they'll just be running through no man's land getting slaughtered. Yeah, they don't necessarily do it cleverly. Though I think you can set up multiple waypoints, and I think factions go to the closest, but I don't know that for certain. It's a little hard to tell. I don't think anywhere explains it. So, yeah. What I would love to do is set up a waypoint here so everything runs towards it and keeps pressure on it. But it might be worth just letting everyone be, like, you know, not particularly aggressive. Just let them be as aggressive as they want to rather than ordering them anywhere. Because right now, just that city itself will be able to kill anything that goes near it. So it'd be better if they all just play defensively. Anyway, we have frag grenades. Love a frag grenade. Speaking of which, we won't really kill any more from a frag grenade, so I'll just shoot them. We can take a step back and then shoot them. I still don't like the damage we're taking, but, you know, this way we'll only get attacked by one at a time, which is something, you know? Got all these cliffs as well. This is a really claustrophobic area. I really worry we're not going to be able to get much in the way of, you know, territory from that settlement. A little worried about how I placed it. Reclusium next. We're going to be skipping the armory a bit, because I want to get a bunch of the, like, Primaris Marines and all sorts of stuff out before we start getting vehicles, even though this game so ridiculously favours vehicles. But the one thing that vehicles can't do is they can't be orbitally deployed, like our infantry can. So I think it'll benefit us to focus on infantry, and then we can send out infantry to the front lines in support of the other factions that, you know, we have as allies. So that's kind of what I'm angling towards. Also, there are more Primaris, like... Alright, there's quite a few vehicles, but certainly early on, most of the Primaris stuff is, you know, Space Marines. So... Alright, you just head over home. Okay, I don't like your odds. Anywhere. It's all a bit rubbish. But I'll just keep fighting them off. Now, let's grab that extra growth, and let's get another tactical marine now. Even though I would like to go Primaris, but like, you know, we've got to research it first. They're tier 2. They're better in every way, except I think they cost the exact same amount to recruit, and the upkeep is the same. So it's just a direct upgrade. There's almost no reason not to take Primaris over your normal ones. There are fewer in a unit, though. But I don't think that matters because they have higher accuracy, so actually having fewer in a unit just means that they keep their, you know, maximum efficiency for longer. And I think they have more armor, so they're just better in every way, basically. I'm sure there's some, you know, unique things where it's like, well, technically they throw one less grenade or like something like that, but I don't know. I think accuracy even affects grenades and stuff though, so I think they're still better. Anyway, we have a Reclusium, which is to build our heroes. Well, we have it researched. So yeah, they'll be building a hero. So we have 2 big bonuses to our requisition, which I think we're going to go a little bit mad with. Early if we can. Alright, you just need to go home, mate. You just hide, okay? They will heal in the fortresses, by the way, and in the cities. You know, they will heal while they're there. So that's kind of the reason to do it. Yeah, let's get dormitories. Actually, Primaris Intercessors first. We will need dorms pretty quickly because growth is very quick, because we're getting 20% bonus to growth. So we will need to really make sure that we get the dormitories there, so we're not wasting any of that growth. Because that is going to be a huge advantage for us, being able to get really nice and high population. Although early on it can technically be a bad thing, because if your population gets too high, you're having to pay requisition, and you lose loyalty each time your population goes up. So it can actually end up bankrupting you. But we have quite a lot of requisition, so I'm thinking, you know, we've got good enough opportunities for that. It should be okay, and then it just means we can build the building when we research that, so we can build some buildings. And then that'll give us, you know, we'll have plenty of production and plenty of population to man those buildings. So that's hopefully how it will all work out. We also just got another Fortress of Redemption, but we don't really have line of sight on anything except this one. Yes. Oh, there's that, which will give us the extra influence, but I think we'll go for the technology first. Yeah, and I'm going to put it back. I'm going to place this backwards a bit. Actually, I'll place it so both of these are in range of each other, so they can just protect each other. At least with the las guns. The las guns have got a range of 3. That's all they've got at the moment. But they will be getting bolt guns as well. They get heavy bolters. As like secondary weapons before long. So how's you? They're taking ages to heal. You took a lot of damage early, which is regrettable, but I want to make sure that I keep the units alive as long as possible. So yeah, we were going to go get another refectory. In fact, I think I'm going to get 2. I'm worried about our energy, but I think we can get 2 of those out quite quickly, because we are on very fast game speed. Alright, let's do that. So we're on very fast game speed, so stuff is getting churned out really quickly. So, you know, the per turn amounts, we can really like run up against that without construction times, just because we're getting buildings out very quickly. But you know, a -1 to a resource, we can get a lot built before that depletes our stockpile, you know. So normally you'd have to be a little smarter. Okay, so Intercessor Squads. Finally, our first Primaris boys. Intercessor Squads are capable of laying down punishing fire while advancing or holding ground against the enemy. They have access to a range of bolt weaponry suited to varied battlefield assignments, from engaging enemies at long range to cleansing bunker complexes. And we've got our first tactical marines got plonked out at the same time, which is nice, so we can swap production there. And you're getting fairly healed up. Let's have you guys start shooting. I think I might want to just explore these ruins. Start pushing this way. Get some pressure on these guys. There are two different orc factions right here, which is concerning. I'm worried that yellow team is just going to get overwhelmed and crushed before they can really get off the ground. So I think we do need to start pushing this way. This way, these guys don't seem to do particularly well either. I guess actually they have 3 units out at least. They have 3 units out at least. This is still very early. We're only on turn 7. So anything could happen at this point. So let's get dormitories. We need dormitories. We're going to need them in abundance. Gotta make room for all that extra growth. And hopefully we will find more of those, you know, those outposts that we can get extra growth bonuses to. But yeah, we need the building done quickly, which is why I also want technology up. So extra 20% tech is really useful. Because yeah, orbital relay is tier 4. We want to prioritise that. Okay, so it's finally realised that we got it. I guess some are a special resource, some aren't. I guess research is a special resource. I assume that's what's going on. And now I want to generate 20 requisition per turn. We're only getting 11. With the fortress built, focus our energies on requisitioning the raw materials from the remaining population. Absolutely. Which we've done, because our building completed. So we've got more influence for that. Our influence isn't going up very high. We will want to get more influence as well at some point. With our supply line secured, the chapel is no longer striving merely to survive. We must explore this world and investigate the origin of these unusual warp storms. We must. Very important. Very important stuff. Now you are healed up. Let's move you that way. You aren't healed up, but I'm going to move you there anyway, and you can heal in place and overwatch if you need to. Okay, good. So yeah, they're really... I mean, that's probably right next to resource. Those are usually placed next to outposts. I think they always are, but there might be the odd time when they're not, that I'm discounting. So I'll just say most of the time. Right, so you're looking good. We are getting more requisition, which is good. Just carry that on. And yeah, we'll get dormitories as the next building. Well, we'll acquire another tile. And then put, you know, dormitories there. And yeah, we are going to have to get an energy, you know, get a power station, an energy relay or whatever they're called. Prometheum relay or something. I think that's what the outposts are called, but whatever. We'll get a thing. Though each battle brother receives his own personal cell, those members of chapter who do not directly enforce the will of the Emperor share communal quarters. Must be cozy. Let's see. So yeah, 2 more turns and we can get dormitories building. We are filling this population up very quickly, but well, we need more room for things like Primaris to be spat out, so it's important. Alright, some units around. Yeah, you keep healing up. So you are going to get a healing bonus in a outpost as well. Fortress expansion could be good. Company Chapel we're going to need at some point. Devastator Space Marines. So the annoying thing, right? The annoying thing is Hellblasters have big, powerful, heavy weapons as well. But they're, well, 2 tiers above. And they also... That was weird, the game kind of stuttered there. It like stuttered while it's changing track, I think, which is unusual. Anyway, yeah, the Primaris Hellblasters only have 2 range instead of 3, and you need 3 range to outrange the green skin stuff. So actually, I think what we're going to do is get our Devastator Space Marines out, because we're going to need some of them if we want to start putting early damage into our enemies' buildings. And yeah, we're going to need to try and take out cities as quickly as we can. We cannot allow them to keep growing. That's the thing. We need to be pretty aggressive here. Because that's the thing. They will eventually just outnumber the hell out of us if they're able to just keep expanding. Keep building new cities and keep their current cities. And because they are outnumbering us, our own cities and our ally cities are much more at risk. Because this is terrible. And like these guys, yeah, they've got guardsmen, but it won't be long. It might only be a couple more turns before they start trying to spit out tech priests to build new cities, and they're just going to get caught by all these hundreds of orc boys. So it's really bad. And burner boys are out already. Oh, that's really bad news. Who's got burner boys? Is it you guys? Yeah. So burner boys basically can just one-shot guardsmen. Look at that. Look at that. You can see the damage over there, you know, on the left. So that's how much damage they do. Basically wipe out unit guardsmen in a single attack. So they're a huge problem for us. Really, really deadly. Okay, here's something new. That's a bazaar, I think. Like a trading post? Is that right? Seems like one. So you guys can get grenaded. Oh, no. Silly little Vespids. Alright, let's just shoot them with everything. Now my stomach's grumbling, of course. Classic. And here are Primaris intercessors. So they come in fewer groups. And what's weird, actually, from their pictures, I find the firstborns actually look taller. How weird is that? Firstborns actually look a lot better proportioned. Which doesn't make any sense. But, you know, sure. So, intercessors. Yeah, let's... I guess we don't need to really do anything up here, do we? Although we could explore up here a little bit. Because that's something else to take over. You know, as is that. As is whatever's neighbouring this. So I think we need to do that. I think we need to see what's up there. Because we're going to need to keep deploying more Fortresses of Redemption. We need options, you know. We need options for that. Because next turn there's going to be some more. Okay. Yeah, more intercessors, please. Thank you. So we're going to grab that. Then we're going to build dormitories. Then we're going to build a reclusium. And then we're going to build... You know what, I think maybe we build dormitories, then power, then reclusium. Alright, that's how we're going to do it. I'm worried we're not going to have much influence. We might need to actually build some influence buildings as well. But, you know, in time, hopefully we'll be churning out all sorts of everything, and it'll be great. You guys gonna do some overwatching? Yeah, this worries me. The fact yellow team hasn't even slightly got off the ground. So yeah, we definitely need to move over there. For sure. For sure. Okay, get off me. Shoo. So this is actually like the worst things we'd be fighting. Well, I guess the worst thing would be the plague guys, whatever they're called, would be the worst. But huge groups of enemies. Okay, there we go. That's not bad to grab, actually, for extra energy. Don't like the Psycho Nuine over there. But, yeah, these are the worst things to fight for the Fortress of Redemption, because they only have lasguns. So they're good at shooting a single model, you know. So, Fortress of Redemption, we have two options. That, whatever that is. That, okay, we've got a few options. Or that. I don't know what that is either. Oh, I think that's another bazaar. I kind of wish you couldn't tell what these were from the lighting, you know, outside the fog. Because, like, that's definitely a bazaar. So we've got a couple opportunities to get more, and look, there's extra influence nearby it as well. That gives us more research. That is, yeah, loyalty, I'm pretty sure. And that'll give us extra requisition and power, which I think might be what I want to focus on early. We'll see what this is, though, as well, even though I have a good idea of what it might be. Yeah, it's another bazaar. But it's also a bazaar on the way to the enemy orcs, so it feels like that might be a good strategic move. Now, jerks. Ow. Ah, we lost one. That's annoying. Alright, we can basically wipe them out. Then we can wipe them out. And then, yeah, I think we might need to go for the influence. We are going to need more influence if we want to get a captain out. So there is that. But this would give us... Yeah, this would give us some extra strength on the way to the orcs. It would, like, help force the orcs out of this area, too. Because it doesn't look like they have a lot of space to build another settlement in. And if we can limit their space like that, that would be great. Because we are the Space Marines. We conquer all of the space. The space is ours. Alright, that's what? It's our thing. Honest. So, dormitory. Then power. Then reclusium. And yes, I am building all of them like that. In one big go. Because we have a lot of requisition at the moment. So I'm just going to queue it all up. Alright, got some guardmen. Please throw grenades and wipe them out. Come on. Come on. Throw a grenade. You throwing grenades? They haven't thrown a grenade. They're throwing grenades, though. Okay, good. Ugh. See, this is really rough for them. And they got burner boys coming in, too. That's a problem. Alright, Skitari Rangers. They're quite nice. They're quite nifty. That'll be good for, like, picking off the burner boys and things. So, yeah, we will see, I guess. We'll see how this all goes. Alright, you guys just start blasting, I guess. They're going to really struggle to get out. They're probably going to run that way. I'm going to leave that gate there. I really don't care if it's there or not. So I could go and grab that. I think I might want to chase them down. Make sure they're dead. And you can run over here and throw some grenades. They're not going to overwatch because they've already... Should have done that. Should have thrown a grenade first. Silly me. Okay, I didn't kill any, so that's fine. Because, yeah, grenades are best against higher model counts, so you always want to throw a grenade. You know, use your blast weapons before you shoot the other weapons off. Or else you end up doing less damage with the grenades. Could be less stuff that it can damage. So, yeah, that's all fine. That'll do. Company Chapel, I think is probably a good idea. We are going to need to put up our loyalty at some point. Like right now, it's on 0. That's only going to go down as our population goes up, so we are going to need those chapels at some point. Loyalty does go up by, I think, 1 or 2 if you build a Reclusium, though. So we are going to have a loyalty go up a little bit in the next few turns. Okay, we just discovered mechs. And it's those mech boys that build enemy cities. So the fact we discovered mechs... are those mechs? Yes. So they've already got a nickname, which is kind of mad. They're almost dead too. Oh, please. Someone finish them off. Because, yeah, they're going to make new cities. So we did another thing, apparently. We just got a new chapter to do, apparently. Your librarians have been suffering endless torment since these storms started and are now mostly incapacitated, but your chief librarian has pushed through the pain to stand before you. He reports through gritted teeth that the librarians feel that something unholy accompanied the Astra Militarum here. It's something immensely dangerously powerful, a void in the warp, and must be destroyed. His suspicions are infectious. You order the detention of all Astra Militarum forces, except all our allies, I guess. But this soon gets out of hand, with your marines executing guardsmen on sight. This is not the Astartes way, but if 10,000 innocents must die to save the planet, and the Astartes are the Emperor's tool. Yeah, very Space Marine. The librarian believes that, with the construction of a specially shielded Reclusium, he and his battle brothers can locate the source of the warp disturbance, which I am in the midst of building. So, hooray for me. And you, little swines, the Poxwalkers, they're the ones I was saying would be worse, because they hit a lot harder than the cultists. So they would be a bigger threat. Alright, let's move you over here. You can finish them off. And I'll move you here. Alright, good. And I guess I'll shoot that anyway. Alright, now you... Do we want to get up in here? Yes, we do. Hello there. Ow, rude. Okay, don't like that much at all. Could get a couple of those. I worry about them coming back. Alright, well we got more Primaris anyway. I think maybe I need to send them over here though. I think we can probably fight those hounds, right? It's just there's so many resources around here I can grab that it really does feel like a waste not to. I'm also very worried about these guys. Got the burner boys. As soon as guardsmen get spat out there, which is this turn, the burner boys are just going to wipe them out. So yeah, this is really sad. This is really sad. We really need to help them. I don't have much in the way of help here. However, do have some devastated Space Marines. So I'm going to send them out. And send you out that way. Okay, so yeah, there are some hounds over here. Can't do a lot of damage to them at that range, though. I guess you just sit tight. Yeah, they're healing up, which is annoying. Okay, those guardsmen survived. But for how long? And okay, our attack marines are getting wrecked over there too. We're going to have to pull them back. Yeah, forests are a real problem. All the forests near us. Because stuff can hide in them. Okay, those burner boys are taking a bunch of damage, which is really good news for us. More Kroot Hounds, avoiding... okay, this is Poxwalkers. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys deal a bunch of damage to these guys while they're busy fighting dogs, okay? Now let's see. Yeah, you need to move up further. Oh, there they are. There's more resources there to grab. Alright, you keep killing the Poxwalkers. You keep shooting them. I think I just need you to retreat now, actually. You guys, go take cover. Oh, you can do a bunch of damage to them. That's nice. You start shooting them. See, I'm really trying to be quite protective over my Marines. Because I really want to make sure we don't lose more than we have to. More influence there might be nice. Right, how's our power supply going? Okay, couple turns. We're going to be addressing it. Loyalty is still holding it at 0. So, yay. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, those burner boys are really struggling, which is great news. We have a cybernetica datasmith that is going to be trying to found another city, hopefully. It's done it already. Those two are way too close together, but I don't care at this point. Just as long as they're getting extra cities out, I think they're doing just fine. Yeah, I think they're doing just fine if they're able to do that. And hopefully, these two factions together will be able to... I mean, they've already got 2 cities too, but hopefully they'll be able to really keep the orcs at bay over here. And can hopefully deal with them before we meet another several orc factions. Because, you know, that is the big thing, isn't it? We are vastly outnumbered. So if we can outnumber them for a little while and capitalise on that, then that would be great. So here, the chaplains tend to the spiritual well-being of their charges, ensuring the discipline of every marine and keeping their minds and spirits pure. They sure do. So yeah, they are just really chasing us down over here. Let's get into here so we have some cover. So we take less damage. You guys are just continuing to be jerks, which is fine. I can also be a jerk. Wow, bunch of hounds over here too. It's a bit annoying. Okay, let's... I mean, they don't get overwatched, which is annoying. So they can, like, slip in and out of here really easily. So I'm going to try and do what damage I can. That way I need to keep an eye on them and try and chase them down one more time to finish them off. Next turn, I can drop down the Fortress of Redemption. I might go here for the loyalty. Yeah, I might go there for the loyalty bonus. No, it kind of depends what that is there, which I think is a Bazaar. Yeah, I think that's the Bazaar. So yeah, I think I'm going to go there for extra loyalty. So I'm going to need to get line of sight on that. Oh my god, there's a lot. There's a lot going on here. So yeah, having that deploy next turn will help me fight off all these things. And give shelter for my Primaris over there. Speaking of which, okay, I'll devastate a marine soon, yeah, so I can't send more Primaris that way. I need to get my devastators over here so I can start whittling down enemy units. Look at this, we have a unit. And we are getting ordnance batteries and tech priest over here. Hopefully that tech priest can found another city before they're wiped out. You know, that's the hope. Also, you guys heal there instead. Alright, if stuff gets in closer, I want you to get some reaction shots, even if you are a little injured. Okay, Primaris aggressors are very good, but we need the orbital relay, I think, before anything else. Okay, moving on. Okay, they're stood in wireweed, which is great for us. Love that. Hopefully the orcs will keep doing that. Nice. Yeah, just getting absolutely shredded. Oh, more poxwalkers being a bother. So our field ordnance guns, which are very cool. Okay. Alright, plinking away at those killer cans. That's really not going to be good at all. We need some heavy weapon teams. Yeah, I keep saying we. Yeah, it's our team, you know. So I'm going to keep saying we. Now, let's move you up. You can finish them off. This guy received more healing, stood where he is. Oh my god, these guys. Alright, let's keep blasting the sting wings. They're more dangerous. Yeah, another 4 damage there. Sounds great. Oh god, enslavers. Ugh, didn't need that. Let's build here? I guess? Gives me line of sight close enough to be able to deploy like another one here or here. So I can take that over too. Alright, we can kill one. We can kill one if we grenade. So I think I will. Just, you know, start startling them off. And yeah, Devastators still need to head this way. These guys all need healing, so do you. Which is a problem. I need all those healthy to get over here. Because they need to be able to screen well enough for my Devastators to just plink away at their city. You know? Oh, they got mechs right there. You need to stop those mechs, dude. They're going to build a city right next to your city, and the cities are going to be shooting at each other. It's going to be awful. Just awful. So I really need to get involved. Ooh, hate it. Look, how are we doing though? Alright, look, so we've just built a dormitory, apparently just in time. Because it would have been 7 out of 7, but I think we got the dormitory out in time. We're building a reclusium, which is going to give us a little loyalty bonus, as well as some more influence, some more production. We've got to get a captain out. And I think the captain has a thing where you gain influence if you kill stuff in range of the captain. So we can use him to farm more influence, which should pay for him, as well as, you know, allowing him to do more damage. He gives, like, accuracy bonuses. He gets, like, an orbital strike later on as well. Like, he'll have some good stuff. So that'll be really good to have a captain out early, just sort of buffing things and gaining us more resources. So we're definitely going to want to do that. That's if I'm getting the captain right. I might be confusing it with something else. You know what? I might be confusing him with something from Zephon. I might be confusing him with one of the units from Zephon. But let's pretend that I'm not. You know, extra growth thing here? Fortress Redemption on this tile would be amazing, because I'd actually be able to reach their city, and they wouldn't be able to reach me. And I'd get that extra growth bonus. So that might be where I put my next Fortress of Redemption, down here. Can you put on city tiles? If not, I put it there. Need fewer things that can attack it in melee, and keep attacking. So I would have very little support. So I'd probably end up losing it, which would be annoying. I would probably end up losing the, yeah. Oh, you know what? Should have saved the grenade for these guys, really, shouldn't I? But let's try and grab that. Try and clear out all the neutral things. So all these, like, grey guys everywhere, they don't spawn. Like, there's a couple of things that do spawn, like Katakan Lairs will spawn Katakan Devils, but just generally, stuff like this, they're one and done. You kill them, that's it, they're dead. So, clearing them out is really beneficial. Alright, can you finish them off? Ooh, I kind of want to finish off the hounds, though. Can you finish them off if you chase them down? Yes. In that case, stand there and kill them, please. And then you can finish them off, and you can just stand there and heal, which is very good. And you can destroy that, which will give people some extra experience. And yeah, our Devastators are on the way. Do I want more? I think a couple units would be great, honestly. I think a couple units would be great. At some point, we will build another Apothecarion, which would be really nice to have a couple of those. Now, how are you guys doing? You have Tech Priests in range of all sorts of terrible things. Ooh, they're trying to move there to build a city. If they can do that, that'd be amazing. But I don't like their odds much. Yeah, I feel like these guys are both going to attack that Tech Priest, and we're going to be... that'll be it. Unless you can hit them first? I don't know. I don't know. It's looking bad. And they've got some burner boys there too that are healing up. Okay, Tech Priests are running the other way. Good. They saw sense and got out of there before they were jumped. So, yay? Who cares? Deep. Some great names there. Ooh. Oh, great. You've thrown your ordnance batteries, like, in melee with killer cans. That's great. Nice one, mate. Christ. Okay, we need to get these Vespid Stingwings. We really do. Really got to finish these enemies off. Like I said, they're one and done. We need to clear them out. And right now, they aren't... You know, they're causing us more problems. Hang on. Oh, it's Skitarii Rangers. I saw what looked like a spanner. I was like, what's going on? Is that someone trying to build a city? Okay, that's nice. He built another city there, actually. That's good. That's a good spot for it. I like that. That's going to help us clear out this area. And it's more pressure on the orcs there. So, I will take it. Ooh. Oh god, even more of you. Yeah, I'm a little worried by all this stuff. Those Primaris can absolutely get, like, swarmed. And that would be bad. Are you still in Wireweed? You absolutely are. My bad. My bad. Alright, move you here. Alright, I'll try and just hold on to that for now. Through sheer force of will. We'll see if it works. No, we're going to attack you guys first. You are going to have to move out. Yeah, I really want these guys dead, but I don't think we're going to be able to kill them. Don't think we'll quite get them. You start exploring a smidge. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's nice. More requisition influence, and if we put a, you know, an thingamajig there, you know, a Fortress of Redemption, extra loyalty as well. Which is good. Love that. Alright, you keep moving up. You know what? I could have actually moved him up here and shot that guy. That's disappointing. Should have done that. Should have done it. Okay, you just heal some more. Okay. So, you know what? I think things are going well. I think things are going well. We're getting, you know, our guys are holding, if nothing else. It looks like they're still trying to get over here to build a city. Yeah, with that killer can, I don't know how they're going to get through there. But, like, they're holding on, alright? Their city still has some health, and we are getting over here, right? We are moving over here. I haven't seen them deploy another city yet, either. So, hopefully, we can get a Devastator Marines over there. Hopefully a second squad, and we can take out the red team nice and quickly. Put a couple Devastators, you know, nearby, like up here in this guy's city, taking cover in the city and shooting any vehicles that might actually be a threat. You know, with a nice 3 range. And just let them gum up the works of their infantry while we take pot shots at the dangerous stuff. You know, hopefully that'll become a pretty easy, like, choke point to hold. And, you know, a lot of orcs will waste their lives there while we secure the rest. And I definitely just clicked off Gladius on my other monitor. There we go, we're back. Right, so yeah, things are going well. Things are going well. Ish. They're going well enough. They're going well enough anyway. You know, a few miscreants we're dealing with. I feel like once the miscreants are dealt with, suddenly just all the orcs are going to walk straight in and go, oh, brilliant, there's nothing in our way. I guess we'll fight these space marines. They seem like fun. And then we'll start panicking. But so far, I think our side is holding their own. So guys, if you're enjoying this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.
War was on all sides, yet we are the Emperor's chosen. We do not dread the dark,